We certainly had other plans in mind to keep the community safe and keep the officers safe, but we didn't have to execute on those plans. So again, to the mayor's point, the only thing that matters is the cops are okay, but I'm glad that the rest of it was peaceful as well, too.
Syracuse police chief announcing the end of a tense standoff with a man they say shot at least 2 officers this morning. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Kulikowski. Breaking news in Syracuse tonight. That suspect taken into custody peacefully around 3:15 this afternoon after hours of intermittent gunfire aimed at police near his Pioneer Homes apartment today. 2 officers confirmed hit by bullets, a third hurt, though right now unclear exactly how. All of them expected to be okay, make a full recovery, police tell us. Here's how this all unfolded. The Syracuse police chief says officers were responding around 6 a.m. to reports of a man threatening neighbors with a machete. 2 dogs actually ending up being badly cut by the suspect, the chief says. This happening on Tyler Court within the Pioneer Homes apartment complex near the 81 viaduct. We have team coverage for you tonight. News Channel 9's Ashley Cafaro live at Upstate Hospital with more on how the officers are doing. We begin with News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan near the scene along Adams Street. Andrew, it was an incredibly large police turnout earlier on. What's it like there now?
Well, Jeff, police are still here. They've taken over the parking lot of these public housing units, still investigating, gathering evidence of this shooting. But this is a fraction of the operation that was here earlier, as hundreds of officers came together to capture the man they say shot 2 other officers, injured a third, and used a machete on his own neighbors.
And they told me that
Bronson Mims still has the blood on his shirt. He was just getting home from a walk with his dogs when his neighbor went after them with what he calls a sword, seriously cutting both pets.
they're like my babies, so like I'm completely I don't even know why or how this would happen. Like, this is the most craziest thing to happen.
He rushed his dogs to an emergency vet as police rushed to Tyler Court in the Pioneer Homes public housing neighborhood.
It's a shared entry, and as they were entering his apartment, yes, there were 5 shots, and I guess 2 officers got shot at that time.
Resulting in hundreds of officers joining the operation. SWAT, sheriffs, the FBI, ATF, agencies coming from Buffalo and Albany. A gunman willing to hurt police, the worst case scenario.
He was exchanging gunfire with the officers anytime that they were making movements around the building.
A few blocks from the epicenter, we could hear it every so often.
Oh, more gunshots.
9 hours later, for a reason police don't know, the suspect gave up and came out, surrendering peacefully. Police and prosecutors are still finalizing the charges against him.
Assault-related charges, weapons-related charges, attempted murder-related charges, all of those will be up for consideration.
I'm in constant communication with both police and prosecutors. Police have not yet released the suspect's name. He was getting medical attention last we knew. I did personally speak with the Onondaga County District Attorney in the last 20 minutes. He confirms charges of attempted murder, at least 1, but maybe 3, 1 for each officer who was injured. But those charges are all still being finalized. The suspect could appear before a judge as early as tomorrow. Live in Syracuse, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.
Andrew, thank you very much. Of course, the other big part of this story, the condition of those 3 officers. The mayor of Syracuse says all 3 are in good spirits tonight. Police say they are all expected to make a full recovery. 2 of them out of the hospital already, 1 still admitted at last check. News Channel 9's Ashley Cafaro joins us live outside Upstate with the very latest. Ashley, who are these officers? What do we know about them?
Well, Jeff, Syracuse police have not released the names of these officers yet. They are spending time with their families, whether that's at home or at the hospital. But everyone is grateful that their injuries weren't more serious. The community already rallying around 3 Syracuse police officers hurt in the standoff. At least 2 shot by the suspect in their arms or hands. The cause of the 3rd officer's injuries is less certain, possibly a ricocheted bullet. Before a briefing at the scene, Mayor Sharon Owens personally visited the officers at the hospital. She said it was an emotional experience, but even after what they went through, she was impressed with their continued focus on protecting the public.
You know, I'm going there and you don't know what to expect, but, you know, I don't know if this is appropriate, but they're pretty cool guys, you know, and they just talked to us and, you know, said they were okay and thanked me for being there, and I thank them for doing the job that they do.
These men and women put on a badge and a gun and a bulletproof vest. It's Saturday morning. Everybody's home looking to enjoy Mother's Day weekend. You got a lot of people in your first responder crew that come out here day after day and just work incredibly hard, and they know the dangers that are there.
And the chief is asking the community to keep these officers in their thoughts tonight. Live in Syracuse, Ashley Cafaro, News Channel 9.
Ashley, Andrew, thank you very much. A viewer sending this clip to us of the dramatic scene right as it was unfolding. You can see officers using some kind of specialized lift to get up to and then break windows of the building to try and get the suspect to come out. Syracuse police say hundreds of officers from a dozen different agencies responded to the scene today, some of them coming from other parts of the state. Well, the scene too close to the On Center where Central Square was supposed to have its senior ball tonight, it's been postponed. But the superintendent telling me several local businesses and restaurants have stepped up to put on a dance at the high school tonight with plenty of food for all the kids. The ball, it'll have to wait for another evening. They'll reschedule. Well, this was supposed to only be a busy weekend full of fun, including a pair of big college graduations. SUNY ESF students kicking things off with commencement at the Lakeview Amphitheater this morning. Tomorrow morning, it's Syracuse University, which will hold its ceremony in the Dome. Mike Tirico, class of '88, will be the commencement speaker. All right, lots of people out and about for graduations. They'll brace at Watkins Glen, and of course, it is Mother's Day. We didn't forget it yet. Storm Team meteorologist Jordan Reed in for Carson tonight. Jordan, we still looking to dry for tomorrow?
Thankfully, yes, for most of the day. You might start off with a spotty shower out there, but as we take a live look at our CAB Skynet 9 camera over in Baldwinsville right now, it's looking pretty dry with a mix of sun and clouds. That wasn't the case for most of the day and for most of our region. Temperature in Syracuse right now sitting at 62 degrees. That thanks to a southerly breeze at 11 miles an hour. Dew point is making it feel comfortable at 49 at the present time. Farther southeast, where we've had some more clouds and even some showers through most of the morning into the early afternoon, we're seeing temperatures in the 50s, but where we've had more sunshine up toward Lake Ontario, we're seeing temperatures in the upper 50s into the low and mid 60s. But you don't have to go far back toward the west to find some showers and even some thunder showers, and that's going to be the case from the west to the east as we head through this evening. It looks like after 9, 10, 11 o'clock, we will be seeing increasing chances for thunder showers. Keep in mind that we've also got the Syracuse food truck battle going on at the State Fairgrounds. That goes until 10 p.m. So you should be good to go. It just will be a little bit on the cool side. And then as we head through the next 2 days, we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s to around 60. I'll let you know when we could get back into the 70s, though, in just a few minutes. Jeff, back over to you.
Jordan, thanks very much. Syracuse police are still on the lookout for the person who shot and killed a man on the city's north side back on Thursday night. Officers say they found 24-year-old Tazelik Pringle shot in the neck in the 500 block of Wolf Street. He was taken to Upstate Hospital but died there later. Anyone with information that can help police crack this case, you're asked to call out and reach them on the number on your screen. You can remain anonymous. Investigators still trying to also determine the cause of a deadly fire in Elbridge. A 40-year-old woman was killed in the fire around 11:30 Friday morning at the Champion Mobile Home Park. It's along State Route 5, just outside of the village. There was real worry early on. Children were possibly home at the time, but it turns out they were at school. State police say the woman was the only one at home. Cornell University's Board of Trustees has formed a special committee to oversee the investigation of the school's president. Cornell police taking the lead on it, trying to learn and review all the circumstances leading to Michael Kotlikoff's confrontation with a group of students back on April 30th. It includes this video here, what appears to be him bumping at least one person with his car. The president calling the students' actions leading up to that moment harassment and intimidation and not a protest. Well, only a few hours left to get a bite of some of Central New York's best food truck dishes, like Jordan was talking about a short time ago. Dozens of vendors at the fairgrounds until 10. They're offering up samples for anywhere between $3 to $5. It will cost you $15 to get in. Parking, though, is going to be free. We have more news ahead here tonight. Manlius police helping out a group of, I think, ducklings that may have wandered away from home and gotten stuck.
From WSYR TV, this is News Channel 9.